And I'm back. I am. There's no we to it. It's Dr. Vincent West, medical doctor, and I'm live at Disney Springs. Where am I at? I have no fucking clue. But we're going to find out because I'm going to start just walking into the unknown, and hopefully we'll see something cool. I don't know what Zara is. I have no idea, but it looks expensive. I think we're in the, I have a NFL contract money portion of Disney Springs because, this looks expensive. I don't know what Kate Spade, New York is, also probably really expensive. So just hanging out here. It's me, chilling, walking around, enjoying this. I've never been to Disney Springs. It's weird. So I thought this would be a fun place for me to come and shoot. And it's 100% free. And there I am. Hello. Okay, here we go. I don't know what that is either. Forgive my ignorance for not knowing what expensive shopping stuff is, but I would be lying to say that I did. Because I really don't. This is really nice. I'm going to walk down both rows so you can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at here. I tell you what's weird too is I don't know how I never came to this. I mean, it's more of a shopping experience, which is probably why. And a lot of the stuff in here, like I said, I would have to be a professional hitman or bank robber or something to have the money to shop in any of these places in here, if I'm being completely honest about it. There's the Coca-Cola thing, so we're kind of in tune with where I stopped earlier, because there's the observatory, and again, I'm not going to film the Coca-Cola place because there's nothing really to film. It's a lot of glass, and I can't really do very well with that, but I am going to film this because this is super cool. It's hot outside today too, so you hop in this little corridor thing with shops that, again, be prepared to max out your credit card unless you have an NFL quarterback salary. It's not expensive, it looks expensive. So if I'm wrong about that, my apologies. If you're rich and can afford that, Godspeed. I cannot. Alright, so came from over there. So we're going to go down, and we're going to go down this whole walk. Free people. I'll tell you something right now. There's no way there's anything in that store that's free. I can tell by the outside of it. Ladies' clothing store, free people. Johnny Was, not sure what that is. Also, expensive Kate Spade, New York. There's no way that's cheap. And Zara. That looks very expensive. Not even gonna joke about that. Now we get out into the courtyard here, and the welcome center for guest relations. It's pretty cool over there. I'll cruise through this before I take the longer way around. We'll get a closer look at Zara, where you have to be a movie star or have an NFL starting quarterback salary to shop in from the outside of it. Maybe not. If I'm wrong about that, then so be it. But it'll be what it is. Oh, look, it's Indiana douchebag Hoosier fans. Now, you won't think it's cool next year when my Ohio State football team wipes the fucking field with you in that game, because it's coming, kids. If you're an Indiana fan, you can go fuck off, because Mark Cuban ain't going to be there to save you from the Ohio State football. Not next year. You had your little time, and now it's over with. These people are such douchebags. Not a fan of anything Indiana, including Pat McAfee. He's a real cheerleading tool. Anyway, I'm getting off sidetrack talking about sports. Sports have not been my forte this year. My hockey team is hot garbage. I still love them, but they're hot garbage. So, fuck the NHL. I'm done with it this year. Give me 2027. Let's just start all over again. Anyway, Disney Ever After. This looks cool. Probably expensive. I'm betting. I'm apparently in the wrong flow of traffic here. That's all right. I'm wearing a T800 shirt. Just kind of funny. It gets a lot of dirty looks. I'm not wearing kid-friendly stuff when I go out in public. I'm just not doing it, you know. Love kids. Kids are great, but I like the stuff that I like. If it scares you, offends you, you can, you know. It's called freedom to express yourself. Something that's gotten lost in the past, I would say 15, 20 years. Cancel culture and whatnot, but you know, I got to be honest with you, I've never been in a Ron John surf shop, and I've lived in Florida on and off for a greater portion of my existence. Never shopped in one. I'm going to go back here for a second. This is the Polite Pig. I'm betting you this is expensive as fuck. But if you like barbecue, here's the menu. Super cool. Polite Pig. I'm not sure what the Lime Garden is, but that's it right there. With the instrumental, whatever kind of music that is, salsa, I don't know. Not my thing. If I owned my own amusement park, I'd be playing death metal in it. The horror creatures walking around. People with their guts ripped out, you know, stuff like that, fun stuff. Stuff for the whole family. Dr. Vincent West M.D. I will say this, if you like to people watch, which I've started enjoying doing in my later part of my life, I think this is a great place to come do this, because it's very, there's just a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to look at. Polite Pig sounds cool. That's the most random thing in the world. A Harley-Davidson motorcycle shop in the form right here. It's just really weird. It's here at Disney Springs, but I guess a lot of people like motorcycles. And coincidentally, or not coincidentally, it's Bike Week in Daytona, so I have seen a lot of bikers. Not here at Disney, but I've seen a lot of biker folks out where we're staying at the Airbnb. Here's a more mellow thing for me to walk down for a second. It's a women's fitness and clothing store. Again, really loud salsa music. Sorry about that. Can't control that. I wish I could. I would turn it off. Or I would switch the station. You know, give me something else. I don't know what Nahaku is, but it apparently is Hawaii's finest jeweler since 1924. We will not be going in there. However, I will walk up here and just show you the merchandise. Very cool. We're going to walk across the street to Vineyard Vines. When I drank, which I did for years, I've been sober for almost 2 years now. I'm very proud to say that, but I never did wine. But if you like wine, maybe you would like to come to this establishment. Actually, it's a fucking clothing store. No, my bad. Either way, I still don't like wine. What do we got here? Lock. I don't know. I need a fucking translator for half of these businesses with their exotic names. There's Pandora. I know what that is. We all know that's expensive. Or you can, you know. There's some scumbags over there. All need to be punched in the face. God forbid you go anywhere in this world without dealing with a scumbag, but unfortunately, for me anyway, it never seems to go away. It's just bad on bad on bad on bad on bad. Crazy Shake by Black Tap. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's a restaurant. We're back to the bridge again. I think I was on this earlier. No, there's so many of them. This may not actually be it. Actually, I think this is it. This is it. We're going to go back, though. Now, you've got all these rich stores, right? You've got everything that's like really wealthy. A lot of people around here. There's some Disney staff right there. And then you've got scum of the earth over here to the right. It's like, what northern toilet did you crawl out from under? But yeah, those type people, and I hate to say this, but it's more of a Florida thing for me. I think you end up doing a lot of stuff. But for me, it's always been like, you know, you're not welcome here. We'll take your money, but why don't you go back to your northern shithole and die there so I don't ever have to look at you again. Not a fan of it. Proud to be from the South. A lot of people are ashamed of it. I'm not. You know, I'm just me. Nobody's ever going to change that. And there's the balloon vendor, what you would see at most of the Magic Kingdom parks. He's having some issues with that. I bet I would too. It's windy as a motherfucker out here today. All right. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Well, let's go down here. There's the polite pig again. I've not been the most polite host today, but you know, when you deal with scumbags, you know, I tend to let that to get the best of me. I shouldn't, but hey, we sort of match.
Oh, hey.
Guy wearing an alien shirt. Kind of cool. We're both doing the James Cameron thing today. Got my T800 shirt on. I don't think he was too thrilled with that. Don't care. I'll walk up and say whatever. I can show my ass on any number of occasions or places here in these great 50 states. Happy to do that for someone else's entertainment. By the way, that World of Disney store right there, it's over there. Wow, is it cool as shit. And you know what? I am going to take you in there because it is super cool as soon as I find my way back over there. Because it is super, super, super duper cool. I got like a patio here where some people are eating and stuff. Look, if you like Legos, this is kind of cool. I'm not really sure what this is, but it's like a Lego Disney thing, job deal. Painting. It's cool. If Legos are your thing. That place is packed. The Lego store there. A hard pass on that. Again, if you weren't listening earlier, when I was a kid, I'd have friends get me birthday gifts, which were much appreciated in my youth. After being adopted, getting out of an orphanage. And a lot of people don't know that, but yeah, true story. Anyway, sometimes I would get Legos as gifts, and my mom, God bless her, rest her soul, she would return them and actually get me good stuff that were not Legos. Mattel Masters of the Universe, Kenner Star Wars stuff, Hasbro G.I. Joe stuff, whatever, you know, stuff I was into. The good stuff. Everybody has nostalgia with different things, so I'm not knocking it, but to each their own, you know. So I'm going to cruise in here for a second. This is the World of Disney store, and this is super, super cool. I got to show you this because I saw it earlier, and I was like, you know what? That's freaking awesome. So that's our little Mickey and Minnie things there. But anything on Disney on your mind if you want some Disney collectibles. Very expensive. Price to check that earlier. Seems to be a hot popular with the kids. There's a little Grogu action chilling. Lots of stuffed animals. But we're about to get to the stuffed animal if I was going to buy one. Even though it's not my favorite Muppet, it's still near and dear to my heart. Kermit the Frog. Thank you very much. I love Kermit the Frog. I have since I was little. I'm actually a Gonzo guy, but I do like Kermit the Frog a whole lot. Anyway, you see there's a shitload of people in here. A lot of families, a lot of people hanging out. And again, a lot of this stuff is super, super cool. How cool is that? Little Jungle Book action. Baloo. I like Baloo as a kid. I don't know why. Of course, they got the modern stuff. Classic stuff. There's Dumbo chilling. Piglet action. Name it, they've got it. And for a hefty price tag. If you come here, highly recommend it, but bring a big old wallet or a big old charge card because you're going to need it. A lot of Star Wars goodies in here. Got some marble puzzle. I think super cool. I will say this too. I've never said this when I've been recording and filming down here. The Disney employees put up with a lot of shit. I don't know how they do it. I personally don't think I could handle it on a day-to-day basis. There's just no way. Anyway, you kind of get the idea. It's super, super cool. I wanted to show you. I don't know where I saw it. The store's massive. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff in here. Cruise on around. I like shopping. Shopping is always more fun, of course, if you have money, which I do not. No expendable income. But hey, maybe one day, you never know. Staying positive about that seems more than futile at this point, but hey, I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a damn fool. Anyway, this store is super cool. And Disney Springs overall, I gotta say, it's really nice. The restaurants are super cool. There's a Marvel store here. There's also a Star Wars themed store, which I will be going in. I don't know if I'm going to film it or not. I'm going to check it out first and then see if it's worth messing with or not. I'm going to go say goodbye to Kermit because Kermit is awesome. Everybody needs Kermit. I'm glad they're keeping that alive. I thought for sure they'd be like, oh, that's archaic. We've got to get rid of it. But I'm glad they're not doing that because that would really suck because to me the Muppets are timeless, but a lot of younger people that I meet, I got taken out by that fucking door. Sorry about that. But Muppets to me are timeless. A lot of people are scared of them. It's like, I don't know. I grew up with them. Maybe it's a little generations below me thing where it's like, oh, I'm scared of whatever. I mean, I get it. I mean, I was scared of Beaker. I'm going to admit it. I will freely admit that right now to everyone that I was terrified of Beaker as a child. I'm not afraid to say that. It is embarrassing. But I was not a fan, especially, I don't know which movie it is, but there's one of them where they kind of cashed in the early 2000s and did like a, right after Fast and Furious, Vin Diesel, Beaker, and he's all like, me. It's really scary. I would never want to see that. If somebody was walking around dressed as that, I would run. I mean, I couldn't deal with it. I would have to be like, yeah, I can't do this. Now we're back to the Legos. This a second. It is windy as a motherfucker out here today. Oh, I didn't film. I've got to show you all this. This is super cool. I walked by this earlier. So this is, I think, is a restaurant, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry about the music. It's really loud. All right, here we go. So this is, I don't know. It's a build a dino, which is just weird. But the outside of it is super cool. So I'm going to film it real quick. You can build your dino, eat, shop, and explore and discover. This feels like this is something that should be at Universal. and not Disney, but hey, whatever. Dinosaurs are great. Jurassic Park's great. You know, whatever you like. Anyway, it's the T-Rex action there. Here's that paddlefish, the other side of it, the boat restaurant. There's the Rainforest Cafe in the distance, the art corner. There's some shockingly interesting shops in here, I think. But this is definitely worth your time, I think, if you are down here already hitting the parks, and especially if you're like me and you're on a, on a budget. It's always great to somewhere where you can not spend money and you can just look around at stuff. Guy was tall as fuck. Anyway, Build a Dino. Oh, I guess it's like Build a Bear, but it's it looks like, yeah, it is. It's Build a Bear, but it's Build a Dino. So there you go. Sorry, I've got some like northern asshole like shouting. He's like, ah, rah, rah. Anyway, I don't know what this is, but it's super cool. Again, some kind of, I don't know, weird kids clothing store. I'm not sure what it is. And the Lego stuff. I mean, it's fun. I don't know. I never liked building stuff. I guess that says something about me. I just never was a builder or a builder of Legos or really anything for that matter. I mean, G.I. Joe stuff you had to build, but it wasn't like building Legos. I think you have to have a brain that enjoys that. And that's great if you do. It's never my thing. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. I'm going to go find some other stuff to shoot, but until then, this is Dr. Vincent West.